Today I'm going to get a little personal with you and share some of the struggles I deal with today as a real estate agent. Stay tuned. Hello there, my people. If this is the first time you're watching me, my name is Aram. I'm a real estate agent in the Chicagoland area. If you end up enjoying this video, please like the video, leave a comment below with your thoughts, your feedback, positive, negative, or any questions you have. I'll greatly appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you can see future content. I'm trying to grow. We're still a small channel here, so every single little bit helps me out a ton. And today, we have one of my favorite videos to make and one of the most difficult ones for me to personally make. It's the ones where I actually talk about myself. Despite being a narcissist, I don't actually like to talk about my business as much as I generally do on YouTube. But I think it's important that I give you the perspective that you need so you understand what my channel is all about. Because I am nowhere near a successful agent, nowhere near a top producing agent, right? Yeah, I just won my first award for grossing over $50K in commissions, but that doesn't really mean much in real estate. That just means I'm a little bit above average. So I wanted to take this opportunity, this video, and kind of explain some of the struggles I deal with today towards the end of my third year as a real estate agent. That way, you understand that the things you go through are totally normal, and you just hang in there. You're going to be just fine. And hopefully, this helps you gives you that extra push you need to get to the next level. Maybe stay in business long enough to actually see yourself succeed. So here's the struggles I'm dealing with right now. Let's start on the financial side first. As you all know, my goal this year was to make $100,000 in commissions, right? That's how much income I want for myself. And I've set the goal, and I've even made a video about how I plan to do this. Come this January 1st, things have to go in motion. So I'm in the podcast studio right now, so things are going very well on the podcast front, on the content front, but business is slow. I have yet to make a single dollar this year as a real estate agent. So I'm trying to figure out why on earth I'm not closing any deals. Now, do I not have any clients? Of course not. I have like 13 active buyers. Inventory is at an all-time low right now in the Chicagoland area. So finding a deal, getting an accepted offer is very difficult. I've actually lost out. So far, I've made 5 offers, and we haven't gotten anything to stick. I have 2 deals pending that'll probably make me around $7,000 to $8,000, but that's it. That's nowhere near what I need to close this quarter to stay on track for my $100,000 income goal. My first knee-jerk reaction was okay, let's lower my goals. Maybe 100 is a little too much. But then I had to catch myself, man, because I'm seeing all these agents who are producing their first year, the second year, the third year, maybe the 15 years in the business, just crushing it. And I'm like, why can't I do it if he can do it? That's always been my mindset. And guess what? I absolutely can do it, and I will do it. So the goal has not changed. Even though we came off to a very rocky start, things didn't go according to plan. But, we are licking our wounds, and we are moving forward, right? So I just wanted to get the financial side out the way. Now let's talk about what's going on in my mental right now, because I think this is the most valuable part. I've lately, for some weird reason, I've been kind of doubting myself. For no reason at all, I've been thinking like this. Maybe I should stop making YouTube videos for consumers, because I was trying a new thing where I'm like, instead of not only helping real estate agents, let me make some content towards the consumer and see if I can get some business that way. Well, the first video flopped. That was the moving out of state video. The second video also flopped. You get I think we just hit 100 views, right? Which for my channel, I think we get on average about 300 to 500 views a video. So blatantly flopped because you guys don't care about Chicago, and rightfully so. Most of your agents in all different markets, right? So now I'm like, okay, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that was a bad idea. I should quit now. Right? Because I'm afraid of wasting time. And I find myself doing that with the podcast too. Look, I'm literally in the podcast studio right now. I got lighting equipment. I got 2 mics, chairs, a beautiful poster. And I'm sitting here thinking about how on earth am I now going to get small business owners to come on the show. And I have 3-4 people on the show so far. 3 that's filmed and ready to go, and 1 coming up this week to film and get it out there. And I'm beginning to doubt myself, saying, this isn't going to work. Why am I wasting my time? I might as well just stop now. And I'm just like, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Why is it not working? And when I ask myself that question, I'm like, why is it not working? If somebody asked me that question, like if one of you called me and said, hey, I'm doing this, this, and that, but I'm not seeing any results, the question I would ask them is, how long have you been doing it? Well, I asked myself, how long have you been trying this thing? My answer was 2 weeks. I wanted to slap myself in the face because that's nowhere near enough time to actually see success. I always say things go in a 6-month increment, and sometimes I'm so much better at giving you guys advice and not taking my own advice. So I'm like, I set myself down, I'm like, all right, let's get something right here, okay? Number one, you've been slipping, Aram. You've been slipping because now that the business is coming to you easy again, you got like 13 active clients, you got listings coming out of the wazoo, life is good, you're stopping prospect. All of a sudden you can't call more than 80 people a day. Is that a joke? You know, I've been struggling making the calls lately as well because I'm just like, oh, it's still getting harder and harder every day. So I kind of have to sit myself down and be like, listen, guy, listen, you made a promise to yourself that you're going to stay consistent. You tell everybody else to stay consistent, so why aren't you staying consistent with it? Oh my God, I'm sweating just talking about whew. So I had that conversation with myself, and I think a lot of times, if you as an agent, like you're not where you want to be, like maybe 8 months in the business, you haven't closed the sale or something's not going your way. I think if you are really honest with yourself, 98% of the time, it is your fault. Unless an earthquake hits you, or you live in Australia, or maybe you had like a California fire burn down your house or something like that, that you fall into the 98% where it's completely your fault. Just that's where I fell into. I'm like, okay, well, the reason I haven't closed enough business this year is maybe I didn't call enough people in 2019. Maybe I thought I called enough people, but those days where I was only calling 80, 90 people, they're catching up with me now. And I'm watching this Ricky Cruz video, and my God, this couldn't come at a better time. And he was coaching a newer agent, and that newer agent didn't have anything pending. I don't know if they were new. Maybe they're 6 months into the business or something. Didn't have any active listings, didn't have anything pending. They had no money coming their way, right? And Ricky Cruz said, well, how long do you plan to prospect? And the guy was like, oh, 2 hours a day. I think he had a single line dollar or something like that. And, I want to make these videos, this, that, and the other. And Ricky Cruz is like, well, I'm going to be honest with you. If I had no business, I would just be calling 5 hours a day. I was like, whoa. Now, I believe I have a feeling that Ricky Cruz is the type of guy that would call 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, which is why he sells over 100 houses a year, this, that, and the other. And I mean, there's a reason he's succeeding, and there's a reason I'm not, because I can't seem to get over making more than 80 calls a day. So I sit myself down, I'm like, man's got a point. Why am I not making these kind of phone calls? Like, I have a couple deals pending, but if I want to get to the 100K, 200K, 300K, eventually $1 million a year, I have to do more work, and it's completely my fault. And that's what I've been struggling with lately, is kind of like doing the work and not waking up on time. That's never been a struggle, but doing the work and doing it efficiently and consistently over weeks and weeks, and then eventually months and months. It's something I've been like, I would be good one week and then be bad the other week. So it's like, damn, how do I get myself on track? And the way I'm going to do it is, and this YouTube channel does help a lot, the way I want to do it is I'm going to set myself a schedule, just like I did my first year, where I called way too many people my first year in the business. I'm getting a phone call right now. And that's because I had a schedule. So what I'm gonna do is set myself up on a schedule that by 1 o'clock every day, the cold calls are gonna be done. We're gonna hit 20 contacts a day. The goal is to hit 100 contacts a week, and then keep that going over the next 6 months. And do not sleep on the podcast, because I already did all this work to do it, and keep making content for you guys as agents and consumers. There's no reason to quit on anything right now, because I have not done it long enough for it to be successful, and I don't deserve it to be successful on the first try. Because just like I could tell everybody else, if you're going to get into real estate and quit after 3 months because you got no business, you never deserved it. So if I'm going to do something and quit after a couple months, I never deserved it. So I'm going to take my own advice and go for it. So one way now I can apply this to you, if you're in your first year in business or you're getting into real estate, understand you are going to have some mental battles, but the way you're going to get through it, and the way I'm going through it right now, is to be brutally honest with yourself, okay? Don't sugarcoat anything, and just have a conversation like, all right, am I doing the work necessary to be where I need to be? If the answer is yes, keep it up. It's just a matter of time. If the answer is no, wrap it up. Let's go. You gotta do a little bit more work. And that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. Leave a comment below with some of the things you're struggling with, how I can help you, questions, concerns, feedback, anything you got for me would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you next time. I actually have to turn off the camera, and I got a bunch of showings tonight. So I'll see you later.